G'day, it's the car sales guru here. How are you? My today's lesson that I'd like to give you is on the next phase. Let's just say you have built some rapport with the salesperson, who I'd like to call a sales professional. Let's say that you've found a car that you sort of are attracted to or is within your budget. Now remember, a budget, I don't know anyone that can honestly say they know what their budget is, especially financing, unless you physically talk to the finance man. Because some people think that $10,000 is going to cost them $200 a week. Well, because a lot of Australians especially don't like being put in corners and don't like asking questions, they come to assumptions. And the way I see it is, if you're prepared to spend and you can afford up to $100 a week, why not speak to the finance man and find out how much that actually will get you with insurances, because insurances are a very important part, and I'm a very big believer in insurance, especially gap insurance. Just a quick analysis of gap insurance. It basically is an insurance that if your car gets stolen, and it can happen, there will be a variance between what your payout figure is. Let's just say you borrowed $20,000 and with all the interest and all that, it's $26,000 payout. And let's say your car's worth $16,000 when it got stolen. Well, there's a $10,000 gap, and even though it's not your fault that your car got stolen, you still are accountable for that $10,000. So gap insurance is a very, very important part of buying a new or used car, especially a used car, because they do depreciate, and they can depreciate quickly. And if you can honestly look me in the eye and say my car will never get stolen, well, then good on you. But that's why it's there. Other insurances, CCI, which basically is for people that are out of work, that can't pay their payments. That's there for you, to help you. Comprehensive insurance, of course, is obviously if you're financing your car in Victoria, you must have comprehensive insurance. But funny, if you pay cash, you don't have to. You can have third party or whatever. Well, I think it's a crock. Comprehensive insurance, cover your car and cover the other car. It's that simple. Cars are a dear item. You work it out, you buy a car, you'll probably put $2,500 worth of petrol in it a year, $650 for registration, $500 or $600 for servicing. It just keeps going on. The list just keeps going on. But back to what I was saying before, you found the car you love, you found the car you like, you're getting on well with the salesperson. That's great. And you have a trade-in involved. Well, today the trade-in is what I want to talk about. Your trade-in will be outside in the yard. Now, a good salesperson should take you to the car, but a lot of salespeople are lazy and leave you inside, and they hopefully have made you a cup of coffee. If they haven't, then that's just damn right laziness. And to me, they're not prepared to make you a cup of coffee for a $20,000 purchase, then they're trying to rush the process. And if they're prepared to rush the process, and don't forget, if you are buying a new car, you will be getting a thing called a CSI, which is Customer Service Index, or whatever they different places call it. And part of it is on the salesman, part of it is on the dealership, and part of it is on the product itself. And they need you to fill these in 100%. And if they've done their job, there's no reason why you shouldn't. So, cup of coffee, you sitting there relaxed, whatever. He goes out and looks at the car. He's out on the outlook at your car, and you love your car. You've had it for 5 years, and you want a certain amount of money for it. Now, what you want to what you get is two different things. Wanting is hoping. Getting is what's going to happen. My suggestion, you don't have to trade your car. Put it on carsales.com or put it on whatever and sell it privately. You will get more money for it. You must have it roadworthy, which could cost you $1,000. And then you have to put up with being the salesman, because I'll guarantee you It ain't as easy as what you think. So you may think, well, I'm getting less for it as a trade-in, but it's all about a changeover figure, and that's what we call, that's what we call the changeover figure. And it's no use sitting there getting all upset because the salesman sooner or later has to tell you how much your car's worth. Now you'll want $10,000 for your car. I guarantee you he's going to tell you your car's worth $6,000. But Eddie, the experts told you your car's worth $10,000. You've seen the car somewhere else for $10,000. You've seen it on the internet for $10,000. The trouble is, when you see all this and you talk to all these people, none of them have ever bought this car for $10,000. They're just telling you, I'll tell you it's $100,000. Doesn't mean I'm going to give it to you. Tell you what you want to hear. Realism is what the car is really worth. And the good thing is with carsales.com now, go on there, value your own car, and you'll see what valuation price is to selling price is different, because one is without a roadworthy and one is. Roadworthies on cars nowadays are up to $1,500 a car, because the roadworthies have all changed. The legislation is unbelievable. The roadworthy people have to take photos of the car. They have to keep them in a special area, because there was a lot of dodgy roadworthies going around a few years ago, and that stopped all that. So when you buy a car from a dealership, you are buying a car with a roadworthy, hopefully a warranty if it qualifies, and an extended warranty which it will qualify for. But the trade-in, he's going to go to the trade-in, he's going to look at it. His job is to not bag your car, but to find out, no different than what you've just done with the car you're looking at, he's doing the same to your car. He's looking at, does it need tyres, the registration, does it have chips in the windscreen, blah, 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 just the list just keeps going on and on and on. He's going to come in. Now, if he's a good sales professional, he'll sit you down straight away. You've got your cup of coffee, everyone's comfortable, and he starts writing straight away. He writes the price of the car you're looking at, minus the price of what your car's worth. Now, the first thing he should be asking you is your car owned by yourself? If it's not, which means a bank owns it, then we have to find a payout figure. And the payout figure, you may have look, there's two ways. An encumbrance on a car means that it's a car loan. But you may have a personal loan on the car, which means there is no encumbrance on it, which means it's a privately owned car. You can sell that car and still keep your loan going. But most cars are encumbered under a car loan. So your car may have an encumbrance of $11,000 and the car's really worth $6,000. So really, your car's minus $5,000 before we start. And that's where it gets a little bit curly. But dealers deal with that every day of their life, and it gets put into the finance and massaged. And the good thing about loans nowadays is you can have a 7-year loan if the car qualifies, 84 months. And a lot of people do take that option because it does reduce their payments per month. So look, my suggestion would be this. The trade-in is a trade-in. It's your car. You don't have to trade it. The dealer isn't trying to steal it off you, because with the internet nowadays, there's no gut feelings now. It's all legit. It's all up front. If you're dealing with especially a franchise dealer, he's got reputation. He's got his brand behind him, and he doesn't need customer complaints. Even though you'll probably get a shock when they tell you how much your trade-in is. Remember, you don't have to trade it. Sell it yourself. In fact, I encourage you, have a go at selling it yourself. You'll see how hard it can be. And you get all these people driving your car, they haven't had their finance approved, they're knocking on your door at 9 o'clock at night, they're bagging the shit out of your car, they want to take it to their mechanic, all the stuff that you want to do when you buy the car off the dealer. So, some people love doing it, but they hate having it done to them. Some people like to help, but they hate to be helped. So my suggestion would be, with the trade-in, that be prepared for a little shock, but the shock can become very, very easily unshocked by the changeover price, because Why do dealers keep selling cars? Why do they keep getting trade-ins? What, is everyone stupid out there? No. It's got to do with a little bit of rapport. And please don't use that word, you're a typical salesman, because that is just absolutely offensive nowadays. Salesman, I used to take offence to it. I'm not a typical salesman. What is a typical salesman? I'm sorry you had a bad experience 10 years ago, but why are you judging me on that experience 10 years ago? That's a long, long time ago. I'm really sorry you got ripped off. I really am. But I need you to fill in this survey so bad, and I need it to be 100%, because I'm being judged every second of every minute of talking to you as we speak. And I just want to give you service that'll bring you back to me and your friends back to me forever and ever and ever. So today was a little bit about the old trading, a bit of waffle there in between. But again, it all sounds difficult. It's not rocket science. Just treat each other with respect. The salesman will treat you with respect if you treat him with respect. He's not a typical salesperson. He's not a car. He's not a scumbag. He's not a drug addict. Not an alcoholic. He does have kids. He does have a family, and he has to feed them. Salesmen actually work 5 days a week now. Salesmen are normal, everyday people. But they are professionals, and they want to sell you a car that's probably worth $50,000. Well, why don't you get your $50,000 worth of service out of him? And if he's not prepared to give it to you, find someone else that will. I guarantee you will have a few clashes during the process, a few ups, a few downs, a few smiles, a few laughs, a few should I, would I, could I. But at the end of the day, you're there to buy a car. We know that. We're not silly. And whether you buy it off that dealership or that dealership, they all have the same. If you're buying a new car, they all have the same car, and they all buy the cars at the same price. So the only way they could probably do different in price might be in trading. And again, look, if I lived in Berwick and there was a local Berwick dealer, I would deal with him because he employs 40 people. And why would his price be any different than the guy in Dandenong or the guy in Melbourne? He shouldn't be. So keep that in mind, that local dealers do employ local people. And you'll get your car serviced there, and they may give you a loan car for the day. They'll do little extra things for you to keep your business. So it's amazing how loyalty goes a long way. Anyway, I'll leave it like that. Have another great day, and I hope there's someone out there listening to these little tips, because I'm sure they'll help you as much as help me, as much as help the dealer. Bye.